Hare Krishna. Before we start our journey, let us start with a Mangala Charanam. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimurandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakturunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadatikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopeshu Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sudhe Devi Pranamani Hari Priye. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vatsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna devotees. So let's start our journey, and at the end I will tell you how we can improve your ads, your questions. Hold on to all your questions and I will take it at the end of the session. This session will be broadly two parts. One will be our Bhagavad Gita and second one will be all our doubts, right? How do I manage? We'll have generally a lot of our doubts in our mind. How do I control my anger? How do we do mind control and all that? So there will be two presentations. First half an hour, we will talk about, our Bhagavad Gita. And after our Gita is over, we will talk about how we will implement the Gita in our day-to-day life, right? So let's begin our journey today. So thanks to Srila Prabhupada. And who is he? He's the one who actually helped us to Gita. So he is A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. He's the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So he's the one who founded ISKCON. So before anything starts, whether it's a company, whether it's business, whether it's even studies, there is a journey. The destination is beautiful, but the path, let's see his journey, right? So today, or rather, all of us are lucky to have his blessings, and all over the world, ISKCON is one of the largest empire. So before that, let's see what made him do this and what all he did for us to have this blessings. So what is his speciality? So he was born in a Vaishnava, Brahmana family. From his very young age, right, he had access to all these, books, knowledge, transcendental knowledge, because his father was a very big devotee. So when he was a very small boy, right, just like how we ask, I need toys, I need dolls, the small little boy out here wanted, Radha Rani, right? So, and, our Krishna. So he wanted these deities as his play dolls. And, his father did something very different, right? Sometimes when we ask all this, at least in my house, they said, no. All this is only for puja room. You should not touch, right? But his case was so special that he managed to get, small deities from his father, and he used to dress them up, do everything what would be done for the Vikram. So that's how he started. And not only that, he also did what is called the Ratha Yatra. Ratha Yatra is like a small Ratha, right? We, he takes them all around. So that is what it is. So this is how he started off, and he tried in many places in India to give this name. So that time, India freedom fighting was going on. But his spiritual master told him that, while Prabhupada was really scared, he thought this is a moment of fighting against British. And his spiritual master was advising him, well, that will happen parallelly in life. But what is most important is, trying to teach or inform everyone and preach about Krishna, because that's our final destination. So what did he do? India, obviously, there has always been challenge in terms of support. So at that time, his spiritual master had told him to go, to US and start preaching. So he went to US in this ship. You see this cargo ship, and all he had was 40 rupees in his pocket, 40 rupees, INR. And that's all he had for his journey. And when was this? He was 69 years old. On his journey, he had 2 heart attacks. And in fact, they were very scared and they wanted him to take a U-turn, but he never stopped. He said, it's okay, and this is my destination. And where he lived? He lived among the hippies. Can you see? So hippies, you know what they are, right? If the hippies are there, we'll probably not even look at them. We'll turn away from them. But he was right there with the hippies and taught them everything possible. And that's how it started. What is the speciality of this Sankirtan? The speciality is he just started out and he was just, you had Ananya, and thanks to her, so beautifully she did her 18, the shloka for the first day, and also the Sankirtan, right? So this only Sankirtan was his start, right? So only that he was going on and on and on. Our Mahamantra. What is our Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is all he did for hours together. Oh my God, with just this, will there be so much crowd? I'm not saying. The proof is in the pudding and the picture speaks for all. So this is how all this started. So what did he do? He was a scholar and he wrote a lot of books. And the book Bhagavad Gita as it is, why is it called as it is today if I'm going to come here, tell my view, would you be interested? Not really, maybe 1 minute, fine. All of us like to hear somebody's view for a minute, but not for 1 hour, right? So what are we all here for? To know what Krishna told Arjuna. Because whatever he told Arjuna is what he actually told us, right? So we want to hear Krishna through whoever we are. So Prabhupada brought Krishna's word as it is, without any alteration or modification. And he wrote so many books. And I will tell you how to go and access these books also. So these books, Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita, you can buy from Mangalore or you can even buy from Amazon. It's approximately $300, but there is no mandate that you have to own. But it's nice to have a Bhagavad Gita. He also started this magazine called Back to Godhead. So let's see what is this, right? So this is 1965. Where all he travels. You see?
Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate
Can you see the world journey? How ISKCON is spread all over the world. That is all because of the fact that we are taking
Namaste Saraswate Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
So from 65 to 77, 12 times around the globe he went. And can you see all the nowhere, we can come close to it, right? And let's pray our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda. Who are they? They are our deities in Mangalore. Where is this located? And who's our president? Our temple president is, we call him NND, and he is basically Nama Nishta Das Prabhu. And we address all men here as Prabhu and ladies as Matajis. So basically, he is someone who has got this idea. He's been preaching this for over 2 decades now, and he wanted to bring this in action. This, especially imagine the COVID times, we were all locked in. But all those here were not locked in, we were locked out. We were able to find a new life, right? And that he brought into everybody's door. And thanks to him for giving this opportunity all over the world. And this is one opportunity I relish, and I will share my experience of how it was too, right? So what is Bhagavad Gita, right? We always have, right? Why should we do Bhagavad Gita, or why we have not done Bhagavad Gita? For both these questions, let's start seeing some answers, right? Bhagavad Gita is an epic scripture that has the answers to all our problems. It's a guarantee, trust me, that whatever questions you have, you will have answers. But for that, you have to wait for 18 days. My only request is, it's so nice, you all have logged in, and at 6 a.m. you are all listening to this. And this gives a great feeling that, you all already started this journey. But my only request is, starting is always easy, but continuing is a hard task. 18 days, make sure that you are there no matter what, because this will give you an insight. It was considered a spiritual dictionary by Mahatma Gandhi, and it is a book of inspiration for many leaders across the planet. Oh, besides Indians and Hindus, do anybody know? So let's hear. Those who meditate on Gita will derive fresh joy and new meanings for it every day. Mahatma Gandhi is saying this, right? So what is special about him? I don't have to say. What is very important is he has gone through a lot of challenges, right? None of our challenges are even 1% to what he did. But he has seeked the blessings and knowledge from Bhagavad Gita for his journey. So come on, you all can unmute yourself, and or the chat is open, so you all can type in there, including my co-host. So can you all, do you all know who this person is on, right side? All college students can't say I don't know. Oh yes, Sharanya Yadav, please go ahead and tell me, or you can type in chat too. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Thanks for direct messages, but you can go completely in the group. Einstein, yes. Albert Einstein, we can't forget him, right? So I've got a beautiful video of him also. I'll share with you all during these classes. So what is the speciality? So this is a beautiful journey, and how does it go, right? So this journey Krishna spoke, right? Whom did Krishna tell to? Brahma. I know you will tell Arjuna, but let's hold for a while till 4th chapter to understand where this is. So Krishna told Brahma, and from Brahma, it went to Narada. Like this, it took a complete journey till the last person, not last person, we just saw Prabhupada, right? So he is the 32nd disciple in this line. There is also Chaitanya Prabhu here. So we will see all of them through the class, right? So what are we all talking about? What is the reason, right? Overall, why is this happening? What Bhagavad Gita as it is, right? So normally we say we have a phone, right? If the phone gets damaged, if you change it with a cable which is broken, then there is no point, right? You won't be able to establish the source. So what is very important is the cable, which is a chain, right? Link, which means that who's a spiritual master? Spiritual master is not a guru, right? Because first time when they said guru, oh my God, I was so scared, because we have so much of negative news about guru that the very word guru scares us, right? Does it scare you? Because it did scare me. So yes or no, you can go ahead and type in chat. You can keep communicating with me, right? Yes, right? Yeah, so same way, oh no, okay, I'm glad maybe you had the knowledge which we didn't have, at least I didn't have. But later when you understand what it is in depth, right? So this completely gives a different closure, a complete different story. So what is this story all about is that the entire concept is that this particular guru is someone who tells from his guru as it is, and that guru from his guru, and finally the chain is from Krishna. So as it is, the version is what we hear and we learn. And we will have a small trailer version here in the 18th day. So what is the study of in our, as I said, it's a trailer, right? Because 18 days we can't do with it, but we will understand how the flow has happened, right? I think you all have been lucky to be here in a way, but what ran out of our luck is invariably in my house and It's the case in most our houses, right? When I was in LKG, they gave me books, pencil, pen to school, but no one told me there is Bhagavad Gita you should read. And also, incidentally, what happened is we never had a Bhagavad Gita in our house until late, right? So this is a book which we have probably seen, very rarely heard yada yada hi dharmasya at the background of some TV channel, or in some part of ads we would see this photo, but we've never seen it close to our house, right? So let's see what it is and how we can take all of this forward, right? So what is this? What is the mood of Bhagavad Gita? That is very important. Why is it important? Because we have to be in that mood, right, when we read. So basically it's anything, right? When we are entering into a game, we have to be in that mood, right? Can we have a very friend who's very sick and will we have a mood to play game? It will be a diversion, but we won't have that mood of relishing, right? So same way, let's understand what is the mood of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna's bewilderment, right? That means confusion. And appearance of illusion must be understood to be Krishna's arrangement. Why? Because Arjuna is so intelligent, right? Will he get confused in the middle of a battlefield? Most of us do get confused when we are on the way or half the way through exam. But will our confusion be so much that we want to run away from the exam? Very rarely. We may have those thoughts, but we won't get even to that level of acting on it, right? So if not for Arjuna's confusion and bewilderment, there would have been no necessity for Krishna to speak the Bhagavad Gita to rescue him. Although Arjuna is the apparent first listener of Bhagavad Gita, it is for the benefit of everyone, right? So why did Arjuna hear? It's because of the benefit of everybody. So this is beautiful. So this talks about Arjuna's indecisiveness. So you all know, and all of us know, that Krishna was his charioteer, right? So he was the driver and he drove this right in the midst of armies. Arjuna was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. He surrendered on to Krishna, and consequently this Bhagavad Gita was spoken. This is how the Bhagavad Gita came. So this is a part of Mahabharata, and the story of Mahabharata we all know, right? And this came from there. So let's start this journey from this very mystic moment, right? So it is very important to understand Bhagavad Gita. So now what is this, right? So Upanishad. So what is Upanishad? It says, Hare Krishna, Sarva Upanishado Gavo Dugda Gopala Nandana Pato Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat. Hare Krishna. Ananya, can you read this, ma? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank
All
you.
the Upanishads are like a cow, and the milker of the cow is Lord Shri Krishna, the son of Nanda. Arjuna is the calf, the beautiful nectar of Gita is the milk, and the fortunate devotees of the fine theistic intellect are the drinkers and enjoyers of that milk.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So beautifully read. So now, what are Upanishads? They are trying to equate, right? They are equating Upanishads like the cow. And who's the milker? Right, writer of Upanishad, milker is our Krishna. Who's Krishna? You all know is Nanda Maharaj's son. And now Arjuna is the calf because he's drinking this, right? And just like Arjuna, we are also the calves. We also have the luxury of this pure nectar. And fortunate devotees, right? All of them, right, are enjoying, right? We're all enjoying and drinking this, right? So this is the beauty. And what is that nectar? Is the milk. And what is this milk? It is the Gita itself, right? So that is the beauty. So this is now our starting. So we begin our journey, and that is called, chapter 1 is called Arjuna's Yoga of Lamentation, right? In the book, it will be written about the observation of battlefields. It is also called Arjuna Visada Yoga. It's a Sanskrit name. So Bhagavad Gita will have different headings, but all mean the same. So what are we going to learn here? The various expressions, right? Now this is now time for you. Can you see my arrow? Can you see this person on the, let us start with some very interesting person, right? Now, who is in the chariot? Who is driving the chariot? I'm sure this is a LKG question, but I thought let's all start to hear from all of you and hit the name of who he is in your chat. So all of you, chat is open. Who is driving? Krishna, Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna, 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 Krishna. I love someone respecting Krishna ji, Krishna, Lord Krishna, lovely. So we all start our day with writing Krishna. Now the person who is the, what do you call, the traveler, the person who's sitting in the chariot, who's he? Perfect, Arjuna. Now let's go to the difficult question, right? Who's having the hand on his head? Oh my God. Who's that? Doesn't this resemble us? In the midst of something, oh my God, our expression is, oh my God, right? Does it resemble, does it ring a bell? It does for me, right? Yeah, so that is Arjuna. Perfect. Now I'm going into the challenging part. Top left-hand side top. Who is this person? Top left. Dhritarashtra, I didn't expect this from y'all. I thought y'all will blink. I was expecting a lot of wrong answers. Oh my God, I've got a very intelligent team today. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Lot of names. So thank you so much, Lavanya. Thank you, Sukan. Thank you, Anish. Thank you, Jayanto, Manika, Ishka. And you have to spare me if I miss your names. So Sanjeev, Sudhir. Oh my God, so many. Divya, Jit, Anupam, Anushri, all Anus. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So now on the right bottom, who's this? Right bottom, who is this? Duryodhan. Oh my God, I think you all are so brilliant. Huh? You have to not know something for me to tell you all. So let me find. I will know something little more than what you guys are. Okay, so let's start. This is the first sloka. So, Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. Hare Krishna. So what is this journey all about, right? So this particular journey is about Sanjaya. The first thing starts about Sanjaya, right? So this first thing, whole thing, Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya. And who is Sanjaya? Sanjaya is a person. Can you see the picture? He is the secretary come all in all for Dhritarashtra. And what is happening is the whole, Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. But this is happening in the war field. Dhritarashtra is blind, so his acting king, Duryodhana, is doing the war, right? So Sanjaya, how does Sanjaya see this war? How does he tell the story to him? So the first thing itself is about, Dhritarashtra speaking. So where the whole thing is coming, right? Yeah, you're right. Perfect. So what is happening is, nobody is telling over the phone, but this is like a CCTV, right? So you are sitting and watching the broadcast cricket there. Same way, Sanjaya is sitting and able to see through CCTV. Oh my God, CCTV is a new invention, right? How did this happen? This was like 5,000 years back. How? That's right. So what happened and how this came is our Sanjaya spoke because of the gift given called the Divya Drishti. He had a special eye. That through that vision, he was able to see. How and who gave it? Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva only wrote Bhagavad Gita. He actually gave this Divya Drishti because he is also an incarnation of Krishna and a teacher, a guru for Sanjaya. So he gave this Divya Drishti to him. So it starts off with this, right? Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. What is this? The name of the battlefield is called Kurukshetre, and it is a Dharma Kshetra because all dharmic activities, pious activities always take place here. So what is happening now? Our Dhritarashtra, now, anyone knows his quality because I know that he is a little cynical guy, but then if you read Bhagavad Gita, you will know how bad he is. Mamaka Pandava Chaiva. So what he is trying to do is basically all of them are Kuru dynasty, right? Because his brother's children are only Pandava, but he wants to differentiate. Can you see so badly? He is trying to differentiate. Dharma Kshetra is so pure like milk. What is he telling? My children, Mamaka, my children, Pandava. Okay, he is differentiating, right? So he wants to differentiate by very clearly telling, my kids only for his 100 children, Pandava children, and he insists that his kids are Kurus and Pandava's children are just Pandava's kids. That's it. He's trying to establish the four. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, please go ahead and read.
Yes, Mataji. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Bhagavad Gita 1.3.
Can you see he is, who's this guy, right? So he is, yeah, absolutely, Duryodhana. And whom is he talking to? Now getting tougher, no characters. Array, but you all are beating me. Messages are right. He's Dronacharya. So he now, we have to give credits, right? Duryodhana is so politically intelligent that trust me, if he was here, no politician will be able to beat him. He's so smart. He's moving, every single move of him is so brilliantly arranged. So what does he do? He comes to Dronacharya. So his strategy is very clear. One side he is promoting his team. One side is promoting the opponent, right? Indirectly trying to, do negative propaganda to provoke him. So provoking, he is trying to play politics so well. So the whole strategy is he is trying to tell, see how your disciple, Drupada. So who's Drupada? Right? It's a new name, right? New character. So Dronacharya had a friend, his childhood friend, who became an enemy, right? So what happened is his name is Drupada, right? And his son of Drupada is called Dushtadumna. So what is his speciality? There was a big fight and misunderstanding that Mr. Drupada decided that he will kill Dronacharya with the help of Dushtadumna. Now, what is the irony? That's okay, right? So many people do that. But the fine print here is, now he was the teacher and Drupada sent his son to Dronacharya, right, to learn this art of fighting. What will we do? Either get a chance, we'll slaughter that fellow, we end the enemy now like Kamsa. But he didn't do that, that's fine, understandable. But he taught him, can you believe he taught him everything in spite of knowing that that boy is going to kill him. So now our Duryodhana wants to pinpoint and he is telling, look, he is doing, why is Dushtadumna taking care of the wall? Because he's the general, right? He is going to be the guy, the Senadipati we call, right? Of the army of Pandavas. So therefore, he is doing the whole job and he's also provoking him, telling your disciple is doing all this, right? Sometimes we do, right? We get provoked. Sometimes in class also it happens, right? Your teacher is there. Oh my God, they tell your favorite. So another teacher who doesn't like you comes in, oh, your favorite student. When we do one mistake, that's it, right? The whole world will grab it, right? Yes, na? All experience only. So now let's go to this one. Hare Krishna. One. Sagosho Datarashtrana Vidayani Vyadarayat Nabasha Prithivim Cheva Tubulo Abhyanunatayan. Hare Krishna.
The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious and thus vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra.
What is a conch shell? Panchajanya is the name of the conch shell of Krishna. So we call it Sang, right? So what is the speciality? Vishnu, Narayana, all of them have the four-handed form. You will see the conch shell in the hand, right? So this conch shell is a sound vibration, right? Now, when he blew the conch shell, right, it was so powerful that the effect of that conch shell itself created fear. What is the biggest strength for us? If the enemy is scared, we've already won the battle, right? Already half the battle is won. That is the first strategy. Now, that conch shell itself is roaring so much that the enemy side got so scared. So that is like already half victory they could feel. So they're all ready, right? So now they managed to win the battle. How? What were the strengths? So let's understand. We just discussed Dharma Kshetra, which is like a Guru Kshetra. And what is the speciality? It will always favor Dharma. What is also the speciality is anyone who dies here, goes to Swargaloka, heaven. Direct route to heaven is there. Divine chariot. What is the speciality of this chariot? This chariot can rotate 360 degrees. It's not easy to drive this chariot or ride this chariot, but this was a gifted chariot by the fire god. What is Kapitvaja? Anybody knows what's Kapitvaja? That's so beautiful. All of you all the Meha, Chakrapara, all of them lovely. Okay, this flag, the orange flag on the top is called Kavit Vaja. Who's on the flag? Yeah, perfect. Yes, Hanuman is in the flag. I don't have to give you introduction on Hanuman. You all can take, our class. Okay, so all of them, that we spoke about council. Gandhiva. What is Gandhiva? Gandhiva is the bow of Arjuna, very special bow of Gandhiva. So special that he doesn't allow anyone to take over that bow. And Chakta Jivita and Moksha Ekadasi. Now, what speciality of Moksha Ekadasi? That day is Ekadasi, and Moksha Ekadasi is a very special Ekadasi of that day. And when I discuss in detail about Ekadasi someday, I will explain each of this, right, about Ekadasi speciality and all. But in one line, the sins done for thousands and thousands of years get washed off on someone doing this Ekadasi. Who is Bhagya Lakshmi? Huh? Very familiar name, Lakshmi only, they call Bhagya Lakshmi, goddess of fortune. Why? Because Krishna is there, Rishikesha. Where there is Krishna, obviously his wife will also be there, right? So these are the reasons why the battle was very successful. So this is the beauty. So he goes around telling that, oh Krishna, go and take the battle, the chariot in the middle, right? Ratham means, the chariot. Madhya means middle. Go and place the Ratham. Krishna is very smart. He can go and place it before Drona, right? Or mainly before Duryodhana, more than anyone. He'll get angry, right? But he doesn't do that. What he does, he goes and places the chariot before Bhishma and the Dronacharya. And what happens? That's all. Arjuna is like, oh my God, this is like, this expression, very familiar expression, no? I used to feel this expression when I see the paper first time, even if I knew the paper. The moment you see, it's all jinxed. And the language was supposed to be English, but I always felt it was very far from English. Every paper, the first 2-3 seconds has always been like this only. Anybody giving me company, have you all also felt like this during exam? At least tell yes, no for me. I say, I don't want to be the only dumbo of the exam. So, yeah, thank you. So let's see what are all the confusion. Bhagavad Gita Shloka 1.28 talks about compassion, right? So next one is compassion. What does mean? Is very soft-hearted, right? So soft-hearted that he's very compassionate about the whole thing, and he feels, oh my God, how many people will die? Not only my soldiers, opponents' soldiers are also die. Oh my God! So it's not right. I can't do this war. Second is so nice. No, Arjuna, lovely. No enjoyment. He's correct, right? Right now I felt, oh my God, he's correct. This is absolutely perfect. No enjoyment. Oh my Krishna, no enjoyment, Krishna. There is no Krishna enjoyment. If I win, also everybody will die. Whom will I enjoy with? We need friends, right? So even if we are bunking a college, have we ever bunked alone? We always bunk like a group of 3-4, even if we are doing nothing. Because we need company, right? Imagine all the company is gone. What's the point? Oh my God, now, from Gita 1.31, he's moving to 3.6, sin. I kill people. It's sinful, right? Killing people is sinful. Oh my God, so this is happening. If I kill all of them, family tradition will get degraded now, because all kids will be there. Those days, all of them get married very young, and all the elders die. Who will give them direction? They won't know how to take it forward. So these are the first 4 lamentations Arjuna had in chapter 1. And in chapter 2, it becomes indecisive. He's so indecisive, he has no idea what to do. So what can you relate to, right? Can you relate to any one of this? There are situations, most of the time, I relate to this indecisiveness. No? Tell me, I get so confused what to do and I decide not to take a decision, right? That's not something which I should be proud about, but I'm just telling each of us have something. Sometimes we are very emotionally stuck with compassion that we know it is wrong, but still no, hey, let's do this for this person. Right? So all this happens, right? So now what's happening in brief? Bhagavad Gita 1.1, Dhritarashtra's inquiry. It starts with that. Kima Kurvata. So he's talking about what are they going to do? Kim means what? Now 1.2 to 1.11 talks about Mahatim Chamum Vyudham. That means Duryodhana's fear. He's so scared, right? So how, but he doesn't exhibit his fear like that. He's a politician. He manages very well. it's like all of us have a little politician in us, right? So when teacher asks for homework and we've not done our, ma'am, I did the homework, but I left it in the house. Correctly I did, ma'am, but something fell on my book. All this, you remember, all our past glories. Na? So same thing, but he's covering up beautifully. But trust me, we can't beat him. He's far ahead. 1.12 to 19 is Hridayani Vyadharadiyat. That means blowing off conscience. That's what we saw in the picture. Now Arjuna's observations are between 1.20 to 27. Gandhivam Shramsate Hastat, right? He's blowing the Gandhiva bow. That is his close to heart bow. And Arjuna's reason not to fight is from 1.2 to 1.46. As I said, 4 reasons are coming, and tomorrow we'll see the 5th reason, which is about non-decisive. Right? Hare Krishna. So this is the beautiful thing. So with this, we will not end, but we will continue our journey with an end to the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you so much for all of you all patiently hearing, and Hare Krishna. Do not exit. We have another most interesting session. Before we start this session, one thing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. As I, right? So